welcome to my channel or welcome back. I am so excited for this video, you guys, because I'm gonna review the comebacks of both aespa and Red Velvet, and I mean, how cool is that? I decided to talk about these comebacks in a single video, even though they didn't came back on the same day, but within a span of 3 days because, well, first of all, I didn't have the time to do 2 separate videos. This video was supposed to come out a lot sooner, but yeah, life is being pretty hard right now to me. But at least we've got K-pop, right? Anyway, jokes aside, I decided to review them both here because aespa and Red Velvet are 2 of my favorite girl groups ever. I ult aespa and I stan Red Velvet, plus they are from the same company, SM, which, I mean, it's pretty crazy to me when a company decides to make 2 of their own groups come back around the same period of time. Doesn't seem very smart, if you ask me, but I mean, what do I know about it, right? Anyway, yeah, I thought it would have been fun to go in deep with these 2 releases and kind of compare them a bit. I mean, not really objectively, but more from my point of view, which one I liked more, why, etc. So I'm gonna divide each review in 3 sections. In the first one, I'm gonna talk about the teasers and my overall expectations. In the second one, I'm gonna go over the title track, as always, talking about every aspect, the song, the MV, the styling, concept, etc. And in the final section, I'm gonna talk in a nutshell about the B-sides and the overall album. Okay, we've got a lot to unpack. Grab your favorite drink and snacks and let's dive right into it. I bring all the drama, I bring drama, bring my girls in the back, drama. Okay, you guys, so first of all, let me flex a bit, because I've seen aespa live at their concert in Berlin a couple of months ago, and trust me when I say that I fell in love with them even more than before. They're such goddesses, I love them so much, and when I read that aespa was having a comeback on November, I was shocked. I mean, I know that they were supposed to have their first full album this year, but given all the mess with Lizzo Man, SMXCO leaving the company, they spoiled a lot of the songs last year at their concert and decided to split the album into 2 mini albums. The first one being My World back in May. So, I mean, I knew that this comeback was supposed to happen, but I don't know, I was still very surprised because aespa has been booked and busy this year. Like with Spicy alone, I would have been satisfied with them, to be honest. I was and still am so obsessed with that era. Spicy is such a summery, cunty song. I love it. I love the aesthetic of it, their styling, their visuals, everything. Plus, we've got a pre-release with Navis, many track videos, and some promotions also for 2 of the B-sides. So I would have been happy if they would have released only that mini album this year, but no. They released better things just 3 months later, and oh my god, that release. Even if it's definitely not my favorite aespa song, the Cyberwater concept, the music video, the styling, like, oh my god, that they really outdone themselves this year. And so you can imagine that when I saw the comeback announcement, I was like, oh my god, how lucky we've been this year with aespa. Like, 2023 has definitely been their year, if you ask me. So yeah, I was pretty excited, also because the concept photos were so cool, like with them as giants dominating the city skyline. I really thought that we would have seen them as giants terrorizing the real world, but that's not really what happened in the music video, but more on that later. But more than anything, what really obsessed me were the teaser videos of the members, which were all really different from each other. We see Ning Ning being in love with another version of herself, we see Giselle dealing with a toxic friend, Winter allegedly killing the person that killed her brother, and Karina being like a cool fashion spy or something, I don't know. But the story, the vibe, they were all pretty different from each other, but in retrospect, we could say that the common point was dramatic situations that involve the girls themselves. And that was pretty cool. Okay, so I don't even know where to start, to be honest. Like, I have so much to say, but at the same time, I don't know what to say. I'm completely speechless. I think I can confidently say that Drama is their best title track, in my opinion. I absolutely love aespa's Dark Side, but Drama is not as experimental and difficult to digest as Next Level or Savage, but it's not bland like, I don't know, Black Mamba and Girls, which are 2 title tracks that I love, by the way, but Drama feels much more mature and complex. Like, when you listen to Drama, you realize that a lot is going on, right? But you don't really feel overwhelmed like it could happen with Next Level, and that's something that I really appreciate. Also, in my opinion, this is their catchiest title track. Like, I cannot choose my favorite part, to be honest. From the beginning with Winter saying I'm the drama, to the verses with the iconic first verse of Karina, Ziggy Ziggy Zag I'm new, cause I go biggie biggie bag, it's true, or the I la la like me when I roll, la la like me when I'm savage of Ning Ning, to the angelic pre-chorus, to the cunty and badass chorus with them saying that they bring drama and break trauma with their girls in the back, like yes, how iconic is that? So sassy, so powerful, I love it. We've got Ning Ning rapping, oh my god, that was so unexpected and she slayed. But this makes me think about the only flaw of this song, in my opinion, which is that Giselle didn't get some cool rap lines. And that was very disappointing, honestly. The bridge are generally the parts that I don't really like in SM songs, and I mean, this bridge is definitely not my favorite part of the song. And as always with SM, it doesn't really fit the rest of the song 100%. But it doesn't bother me at all in this case. It actually fits pretty well into the whole production overall. And just as I thought I couldn't take it anymore, here comes Winter with a post chorus saying she's savage and the baddest and with the cuntiest dance move I've ever seen. Like, and the end, oh my god, where we hear the same super dope instrumental of the beginning, Ning Ning and Winter kind of like high-fiving, and then bam, the song ends with that crazily cool ending pose where they kind of like toss their hair on the side. I was crawling on the floor, you guys. This is aespa at its best, at its peak, and I am talking music-wise. I really think this is their best work, hands down. And again, the fact that they gifted us with such a cool release after two other bangers, it's just, it blows my mind if I'm being honest with you. That's how you make a comeback, ladies and gentlemen. Take notes, please. On to the other aspects of drama. So the music video, it's freaking dope, to be honest. We don't see them as giants, as I said at the beginning, which is slightly disappointing, to be honest, because I think that would have been really cool, especially considering that the girls are in the real world now. Okay, so no Kwangya, no avatars, etc. But one thing that disappointed me about the Spicy music video, for example, is that we don't see anything of the so-called strange phenomenon that they teased. So, you know, weird objects appearing out of the blue in the sky, landscapes glittering, stuff like that. So I hoped that in Drama's music video, we could see them in the real world, yes, but with some weird stuff going on, which, I mean, it definitely did cause, it did, because we see the girls fighting and betraying each other, but it seemed like they were all almost the same person. I don't know, it was very fascinating to see. The budget was definitely on. We've got some really sick scenes, like a member on the top of the building while the other is almost falling down, Winter doing tumbles on motorbike. I mean, I rewatched the music video so many times because it wasn't really a matter of aesthetic, but more that it was very entertaining to see. We've got some scenes that reminded me a lot of Sin City, like the ones in black and white where they fight, but also Kill Bill when Karina is fighting everyone with a sword. That part was crazy. So yeah, love the music video, but I couldn't shake the feeling that this wasn't really aespa, and I'm talking aesthetically, mind you. Like, I fell in love with this group for their lore, their tech aesthetic, and their eye concept, so I was really scared that I wouldn't have loved Spicy since it was set in the real world, but I loved it. And again, I'm loving drama so much, but I don't know, I just wish we could see more of the lore and their usual aesthetic, because yes, they definitely prove that they can slay no matter the vibe or the concept, message received. But yeah, I just miss their old aesthetic and storyline. We've got a lot of references in the lyrics to their lore and their past songs, yes, and that's something I really appreciated. Especially the line with my world in the back, which is a reference to both their last mini album and also to the fact that Mai is the name of their fandom. They talk about the real world, about Savage and stuff like that, and I read that SM stated that with drama the girls are basically breaking the trauma that the whole Sync Out hallucination cast and defeating the Black Mamba has led to. Which, I mean, okay, but I don't know, I can't shake off the feeling that they dropped their concept and their lore and they don't really plan on going back to it, but they don't want to admit it because they know that a part of the fandom could be very disappointed about it, me included. And please don't start commenting, but the real world is a part of their concept, they always said it. I'm perfectly aware of that, thank you. And I spent hours fighting with mice all over Instagram for this, but hear me out. Lisoman, SMXEO, was the one very involved in aespa's concept and lore, and now that he's gone, I think they wanted to kind of like detach the girls from their lore in order to be able to experiment with other aesthetics and sounds without relying too much on the lore, the avatars, etc., and to attract more fans, which I mean, I get it, it definitely gave them more freedom, and I actually appreciate more these last releases compared to their more experimental ones, and I also think they attracted more listeners this year. But yes, my fear is that they don't really plan to going back to the storyline, to the avatars, and that they'll prefer to give some glimpse of the lore, like in the lyrics or with like, I don't know, Navi's debut with Welcome to My World where we see her for like 5 seconds, so that no one can say that they completely ditched their concept when in reality they did it. But I mean, I really hope I'll be wrong because I want to see again my girls fighting their asses off to reconnect with their eyes. Back to drama, another thing I love about this comeback is the choreography. Since Spicy, aespa's choreos have gotten so much better in my opinion. I absolutely love the moves for the chorus, especially for the line with my girls in the back in the first part, and the end moves when they say drama mama, but also again the ending pose when they touch their hair. I don't know, this is by far my favorite choreography of them, and it makes the music show stages even more enjoyable. Finally, let's talk about the styling because it's another thing of aespa that improved so much this year. I'm absolutely obsessed with the fur set of outfits and the nose jewelry. Oh my god, I bet this is gonna be a trend for sure. If I have to be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of their last set of outfits, the red ones, even though everyone seemed to love them. The girls are gorgeous in them, of course, it's just that they are so nude coded and that is not really a vibe that fits drama in my opinion. Anyway, the visuals this era, oh my god. I mean, it's not a secret that aespa visuals are crazily good, but this era, they really shine like never before, especially Winter and Giselle. Oh my god, they both stand out so much to me this era, and they are not even my bias line. For this comeback, they both dyed their hair in such a pretty color that fits them so well, I wanna cry. I don't know, you guys, I'm just so obsessed with drama and I feel so blessed to have witnessed so many iconic releases from my aespa girlies this year. As I said before, aespa spoiled many songs at their concert last year, and since we didn't get all the songs in the mini album, My World, it was obvious that the rest of the songs would have been here. I was hoping we were gonna get their solo songs, but maybe they plan to release them in their first full album next year, hopefully. I couldn't personally wait to hear the studio version of Hot Air Balloon, because that together with Salty and Sweet was the song that caught my attention the most when they spoiled during their concert. It's not really aespa, it feels a lot like a B-side Red Velvet would have, but I'm not complaining by all means. It's such a fun, energetic and happy song, I love it. And I'm happy because Don't Blink and YOLO didn't really stand out to me when they spoiled them, but hearing the studio version is another thing completely, and I really enjoyed them. The only two B-sides that we didn't know were Trick or Trick and You, this last one being a ballad. You is the only song of the mini album I really don't like. Saying that I'm not a ballad fan would be an understatement, probably. Of course, there are some exceptions, but in order to be one, it doesn't have to be too boring, and I'm sorry, aespa, I love you to death, but please don't do ballads anymore. The girls can sing, we know that, but there must be a reason if the only two songs of them that I really can stand are two ballads. Yes, forever, I'm looking at you. Anyway, Trick or Trick, on the other hand, oh my freaking god. I am so sad that we didn't get a track video and some stages like for Salty and Sweet and Thirsty back in May, because that would have been so freaking cool. Trick or Trick is the perfect Halloween song and it's so aespa coded, I'm obsessed. I absolutely love the instrumental of the chorus after the now you see me, now you don't. And I also think it's the right continuation of drama in terms of both mood and sound. I don't know, I wish you would have been promoted too, but I mean, I feel guilty in complaining given how much we've been spoiled this year by aespa, so it's okay. I would give the mini album a solid 8.5. I would have rated higher if there would have been more cohesion among the songs, because the vibes were really different from one another. But yeah, this album slays. I started to stan Red Velvet last year with Birthday, their latest comeback. I know, very late, but what can I tell you? Better late than never. So you can imagine I was pretty excited for this comeback, especially when I understood that the concept was a velvet one, because I could finally witness live a more creepy concept compared to the bright ones I saw until then. And as always, they really outdid themselves with the concept photos and teasers. They really went all in, from the trailer to the aesthetic concept photos, which were a bit misleading to be honest, because they depict an aesthetic that is nowhere to be seen in the music video, but more on that later. But the real cool thing was that they posted the descriptions of the members as characters in the story and a lot of analog photos of them, and also of the camera itself and of the films as if someone else was posting them. They also cancelled all the highlights and put a new description in the bio that was related to the concept. Everything was so creative and it succeeded in making me even more excited for the comeback. However, they didn't spoil the song, not even one line, nor in the teaser or in the highlight medley, so I really had no idea how the song could have been and whether I would have liked it or not. Spoiler, I did. From the second Chill Kill started, I knew I would have loved this song. There is something about those first verses that just hit me. I don't know why, I simply love the melody and their angelic vocals. Chill Kill is definitely not like I was imagining it, but to be honest, I am really happy about it. First of all, because Red Velvet always manages to surprise you and to crush your expectations. I thought we would have got a more mature Peekaboo or Bad Boy, but Chill Kill is nothing like this song. I was really expecting a creepy song Halloween style, and instead, even if the music video and the story behind it are about a murder, the song is so almost cheerful and lighthearted, and that really take you aback. I also wasn't sure that I would have liked this song because there's a reason why it took me a while to stand Red Velvet. I love them, okay? Their vocals are crazy good, they're concept queens, and their visuals are out of this world, but their title track can be a bit of a hit or a miss for me. I mean, there will definitely be a lot of things I'm gonna appreciate about Red Velvet comeback, but it's almost rare that I add to my playlist their title tracks and that I actively wanna go back to them. But this definitely happened with Chill Kill, and I couldn't be happier about it. And another thing I appreciated is the music video reflecting perfectly the vibe of the song. We see the girls as, we don't know if five sisters or if they were abducted. There are a lot of theories, of course, but basically on Yari's birthday, Wendy kills the man that is whether their father or the man who captivated them, and after some moments of panic and sadness, great acting skills by the way, they decide to set the house on fire and leave everything behind, but in the end they're surrounded by car police, and before getting arrested they dance together, smiling at each other and hold each other's hands. And that was so iconic. I mean, only Red Velvet could pull off something like this. I read a lot of comments saying that the song doesn't match the concept and the music video, and to be honest, I think that either you get it or you don't, and I'm sorry for you if you don't get it. There's something so amazing about singing all smiley, about hoping for a happy ending while you just murder someone and set the house on fire. I just love this with my whole heart, really. Red Velvet can slay this hard even without an impactful aesthetic, because I mean, aesthetic wise, I definitely prefer releases like Birthday or Feel My Rhythm. Chill Kill's music video is not particularly aesthetic, but to be honest, it doesn't have to be. The strength of this release is the storyline and the message behind it, and as much as I love and need an aesthetically pleasing music video, I can definitely appreciate the beauty of this release, even without flashy colors or unique settings. What disappointed me a bit was the styling. There wasn't even one amazing look, and they were all incoherent sometimes. I mean, in a single set, one member would have a pretty dress, and another one would have jeans and t-shirt, for example. My favorite set of outfits is definitely the last one, when they are dancing in front of the police cars, because at least we've got some cute accessories like Erin wings, Yari's veil, or Joy's eye patch. At first, they don't seem to fit the storyline, but I actually could see why the characters would wear them, almost like they are children dressing up, but they're actually grown women that just went through a traumatizing event and they're trying to break free. I don't know, maybe I'm looking too much into it, but that's the vibe it gave me, and it made so much sense, to be honest. But yeah, overall, I would have loved a more unique styling, especially after birthday styling, which was so good. But I mean, I get that they wanted some more normal looks, girl next door vibe for this type of concept, and it actually makes sense. But yeah, I would have loved to see more unique stuff. The outfits of the first concept photos, for example, that they wore for the first comeback stage at Music Bank. Aaron's white outfit with the hat, it's so pretty though. Anyway, I am so happy about this release too, and I am truly feeling blessed to have both aespa and Red Velvet drop two iconic bops at the same time. Really. Everyone knows that Red Velvet are the queens of B-side, but to be completely honest with you guys, I don't always appreciate their B-sides. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not that they are bad songs. Of course, the production is always on top, and listening to their vocals is like someone is directly pouring honey into my ears. I'm not even kidding. But yeah, again, they're not necessarily songs I would add on my playlist and listen daily. While this time, gosh, I added so many songs that I lost count. The funny thing is that my favorite ones are the least popular ones. Everyone talks about Knock Knock, Underwater, or Nightmare, but the ones that caught my attention the most are Will I Ever See You Again, Bulldozer, such a cunty song, I love it, Iced Coffee, One Kiss, and Wings. But I mean, this album is quite literally a no-skip album, except for Scenery, because, again, I hate boring ballads. I am sorry, it's just what it is. But yes, I would say that this album is the album of the year for me. Every song is so well produced, the whole album is coherent, the songs, even if very different from one another, complement each other so well. A solid 9.5 out of 10 for me. This is really Red Velvet at its best, in my opinion, exactly like aespa, and I am so happy to be able to follow these two new eras from two of my favorite girl groups ever. What a time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. Okay guys, this concludes this video. What are your thoughts on aespa and Red Velvet comebacks? Which one you like the most? Tell me about it in the comment section. If I had to pick one, I would personally say Drama, because it's just that bitch. It just hits all the right spots to me. I don't know. But again, completely obsessed with Chill Kill 2 and so happy that we got these two amazing comebacks at the same time. Remember to like and subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!